Hey man, I know it's been a minute, but what is up, guys? I hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, man, I've been busy. We've been trading, we've been working with the students. Life's been busy, man. And yeah, I just want to, make a video for y'all and show you one of my best trades actually in probably the last 6 months, not on prop firm accounts, but on personal. But I basically turned $200 into $3,000. And you're thinking, oh my god, bro, it's a crazy ass flip. Yeah, I mean, fuck yeah, bro. It's literally like almost a 1,000% gain, right? Imagine being able to turn $200 into $3,000 just off one trade, right? So yeah, we're just gonna do a complete breakdown on what that trade was. So just for some full transparency, if you come over to my Discord, you can see right here it was about a 14 RR gold short, right? So come over here, you can see this is the trade, this is the entry on my personal account on NinjaTrader. That's my brokerage account, and yeah, man, was really cool. And we can see this was the trade specifically, but I'm gonna kind of give you a full breakdown of what I was looking at, how I navigated this. Coming into gold, right? Gold, this was about three weeks ago in April. So right, coming into gold had a crazy bullish move up, right? It was, fundamentals are kicking in, we're trending higher, and gold is just going crazy, right? Now, if we come over, in real time, right? The Sunday opening price level is going to be here. So remember, guys, I always mark out my my Sunday opening price level, and that is right here. So I always mark out the Sunday opening price level, and then we use our analysis and figure out where the market's going to go based on a couple other stuff, a lot of other stuff actually. But specifically, I was expecting price to obviously expand higher to make a top wick, right? So obviously this is your opening price based on our PO3, ICT, whatever you want to call it, our OHLC. I just call it candlestick dynamics because that's what it really is. But we want to expect price to make a move higher before expanding lower, right? And in this case, I was obviously trying to catch the top. Catching tops and bottoms in a fundamentally trading market is kind of hard. But it ended up working out pretty nicely, actually, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. And yeah, so basically, very simple trade. We opened up here, right? And there was actually no, this was last 2 weeks. So this was on Sunday right here. So basically, same thing, right? We're expecting price to go higher, and this is more, even more the reason of why I took this trade, because if you go over to the daily right here, right? What happens is if you see we're super overbought on the RSI, right? RSI is showing us we're super overbought. 8 hours, super overbought. 4 hours, super overbought. And like when you see these types of patterns, right? That's a pretty telltale sign that price is going to do like a really like a high impulsivity type movement of where it's not going to like retrace based off structure, but it's just going to like dump and engulf in the opposite direction on the higher time frame, like the daily, the weekly, whatever, right? So basically, I came into the day, right? Came into the week actually expecting price to do this, right? So essentially, once we had made a once we kept making a newer high, I was basically looking for a candle confirmation to short off some really extreme confirmation, right, off a 5-minute actually specifically. And it's exactly what I did. So basically we were trending higher. Now I don't want to short any of this because I only trade during certain times. But specifically $3,500 was a key algorithmic level. So I tell you guys, make sure you watch the news, make sure you are keeping up with fundamentals, especially if you're trading gold, because this is a very important pair, right? You need to have your fundamentals on lock if you want to be able to, trade gold, right? And essentially, the news was talking about this is like $3,500 is going to be a huge floor, right? If you go to the options chain, this is a gamma wall. So we're gamma wall, you want to call it a call wall, put wall. And essentially it was really simple. All I did was I waited for price to hit this level, and then I waited for a confirmation, a candle confirmation that confirmed that we're going to go lower. Very simple. So usually I have a lot of experience on this. Usually the first hit is a fake move. And then usually you're going to have a retest of the level, not necessarily like a new high being made, but just a retest of the level and then that move down. So the moment that first had happened, I was just ready, right? I was just ready. I trade Asian session all the time. I was just super ready, bro. And all I did was I waited for the candle to close right over here. And you can see in real time, the 5-minute, it closed really engulfing with bullish momentum or bearish momentum. That's exactly what I did. So I literally have my stop loss like this, super tight actually, because I was really confident that we're just going to dump based on this volume. And actually, I almost got stopped up by 1 tick, I think. It was like this, super tight. And I just took it for about 14 RR, so about to here. Specifically, it was this London low. So remember, all your key levels, your Asian high, Asian low, London high, London low is what you need to have. And yeah, I just targeted a little bit below London low to around here. and it was just a perfect TP, a perfect intraday TP. And I risked 200 on this trade, and I ended up making $3,000 on this trade. So just imagine that you risked 2,000 to make 3,000, right? Imagine if this was 20K. This would be risking 20K to make 300K. And I trade very simply. You guys like to overcomplicate with ICT, whatever. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, like this is a market structure shift, and there's like some SMT, right? Like let's go over here. Like, you guys know all the ICT kids are gonna be like, oh, SMT, right? 3, whatever, and then that moved down. Now, I'm not gonna get into like a full complex analysis of other setups, like how you could scale it, etc. That's kind of out of the scope of this video, right? But essentially, another key thing was when we made this new higher high, right? We retested 3,500. We made this higher high. Again, we're super overbought on the RSI, right? When you see a pattern like this on the RSI, where it like kind of rolls around the RSI and keeps making higher highs like this, at some point it's gonna crash down, right? At some point, but we just need to confirm that with the candle, right? And again, when you see this type of price action being made, right, the target, the algorithmic target of where price was most likely going to draw to is going to be the extreme swing low of that leg, right? If you want to be safe, again, you have a London low, an Asian low as well for key levels, right, that you can target. And obviously you see we reacted off the London low, right? But basically, it's really simple. And also another thing is if you go to the lower time frame, you can kind of see we have an RSI divergence. So you see we make a higher high right here, and on the same time on the RSI we make a lower high. So you guys know divergences are a really good reversal pattern. And the moment I saw this, it was wraps, right? You will see fake divergences as well. Like when you see something like this of where it's kind of trending higher, and you kind of see kind of doing this. It'll have that final push up, and then you'll have another divergence, and then that's just going to be like the key points you enter in on. But yeah, very basic trade, and honestly probably my highest risk reward trade, just out of discretion, just out of not even luck but just discretion in the last probably 6 months, honestly. And yeah, that's really the recap. We're gonna in reality the last 2 weeks we made about $9,000 just through on a personal account, which is amazing money, not even including prop firm stuff. But yeah, let me know if you guys like the video. You guys understand that you don't gotta look for anything crazy, just candle confirmations, key levels, algorithmic levels, just execute and just hold to a key level, and it's literally that simple. In the next 2-3 days I'll also make a couple other videos talking about other trades I took. But yeah, hope this was helpful. Leave a comment, drop a sub, and I will see you in the next video. All right, peace out, guys.